Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and we have 3 Blu-ray box sets that we have to cover today in this Asian movie collection addendum video, all 3 of which are pretty impressive, I think. So, let's get to it. Let's not waste any time. I'll go with the first one here that is pretty sweet. This is an Arrow release. And this is the Female Prisoner Scorpion, the complete collection. Yes. Now, I did review the first film in this franchise on my channel already. So let's go through this box set. I really like the artwork on this. It's got like an orange color scheme with like the fall leaves. It's pretty sweet. I like this. And this includes 4 movies in the franchise, right? You got Female Prisoner 701, Scorpion. That's the one I reviewed on my channel. Female Prisoner Scorpion, Jailhouse 41. Female Prisoner Scorpion, Beast Stable. And Female Prisoner Scorpion 701, Grudge Song. So on the back it says, starring the iconic and beautiful Meiko Kaji from Lady Snowblood and Stray Cat Rock. In a role that came to define her career, the 4-film Female Prisoner Scorpion series charts the vengeance of Nami Matsushima, who assumes the mantle of Scorpion, becoming an avatar of vengeance and survival, and an unlikely symbol of female resistance in a male-dominated world. So yes, this is pretty sweet. So we have the 4 films here. Now, special features, we got, let's see, reversible sleeves for the films. We have a newly filmed appreciation by filmmaker Gareth Evans from the Raid films. So I'll be interested in hearing his opinions on these. That's pretty sweet. We have Shunya Ito, Birth of an Outlaw, an archive interview with the director. Scorpion Old and New, a new interview with assistant director Yutaka Kohira, theatrical trailers for all 4 films. We get a newly filmed appreciation. So that was the 701 Scorpion special features. Now we go to the Jailhouse 41 special features. Newly filmed appreciation by critic Kirla Janase. Japanese cinema critic Jasper Sharp examines the career of Shunya Ito. Designing Scorpion, a new interview with production designer Tadayuki Kuwana, an original theatrical trailer and teaser. Now here are the special features for Beast Stable. Newly filmed appreciation by critic Kat Ellinger. I've been seeing her name a lot recently. On like some of the Giallo I've been buying more Giallo movies, Italian Giallo films, and her name's a lot on those. So she must be, I haven't really listened to a lot from her yet, but I'm looking forward to it because she's all over the place. Shunya Ito, directing Meiko Kaji, an archive interview with the director. Unchained Melody, a new visual essay by Tom Mess on the career of Meiko Kaji. Original theatrical trailer and teaser. So again, we see the Midnight Eye guys. You know, Jasper Sharp and Tom Mess, and they do know their stuff, so it's nice to see them here. Then here are the special features for Grudge Song. Newly filmed appreciation by filmmaker Kazuyoshi Komakiri. Wow, he's a good Japanese director. I'm interested in hearing what he has to say. Yasuharu Hasebe, finishing the series, an archive interview with the director. Japanese cinema critic Jasper Sharp examines the career of Yasuharu Hasebe. They Call Her Scorpion, a new visual essay by Tom Mess on the film series and the original theatrical trailer. So, Arrow came correct with this set. I think I like the artwork on this over the other 2 that we're going to talk about. That's fantastic looking. So here are the individual discs. All right. Now again, I did review the first film on this channel. All right. And Female Prisoner 701, Scorpion. which is this one here. And the artwork on this is actually pretty fantastic. Now for this one, again, if you want to see my thoughts, just check out my video. But this one, you basically... And what I'm going to do is, since there's only 4 installments of this franchise, and I already did a separate review of the first one, I might just do separate reviews of the other 3. You know what I mean? I have seen all 4 of these years ago. So I have to rewatch the other 3 to really get my thoughts down well. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do separate reviews of the remaining 3 in the future. But this one, you know, these are exploitation drama thrillers. So the first film is about this. After being manipulated into being assaulted by criminals, a woman, played by Meiko Kaji, attempts but fails to kill her boyfriend and ends up in prison. So these movies are, yes, they're exploitation films, and yes, they do have nudity in them. And these were made in the 70s, by the way, the early 70s. They provide more than just sleaze. You know, I mentioned in my full-length review of this one that, you know, these are not as offensive or as sleazy as something like School of the Holy Beast. Well, you know, that movie's sleazy. You know, these, you know, they get a little dodgy at times, you know, a little naughty at times, but they're not that offensive, in my opinion. You know, they almost feel slightly more mainstream, where a normal person could enjoy them, or a wider variety of people at least. You know, I think this film has strong conflicts to it. Meiko Kaji's a solid lead. And, you know, these films do kind of separate themselves by having very nice camera work and visuals as well. So, again, if you want more thoughts, check out my review of this one. And that's the artwork. Now, they said it's reversible. So what would the reversible artwork be? It looks like they put the, okay, so this is the new artwork, which I like actually more than the traditional, like, poster. See, that's the traditional poster there, which is cool in and of itself, but I like the new, so I will not be reversing this sleeve. We'll see how many of these sleeves am I going to reverse. All right, let's take a look. So the next one here is Jailhouse 41. Okay. And this one is the same artwork as the actual box set. So very nice. Man, I almost feel like getting a poster of these, if I could get like a poster of these. You know, back in the day when I used to work at a pharmacy drugstore during college, the lady at the photo counter would hook me up. I would give her some images and she would blow them up to poster size and charge me like a discounted price. I wish I still had that connection. But in any case, this film, okay, Jailhouse 41, after being abused and brutalized in prison, Scorpion, played by Meiko Kaji, escapes with half a dozen other inmates and goes on the run. Okay? So this one was more of an on-the-run film. The use of visuals and sound, also very good in this. This one, I remember, is even trippier than the first one. Like, real, like, trippy. It spices things up and is a little bit wilder in terms of style, from what I remember. But again, I haven't watched this film in so long. I'm really looking forward to rewatching it. I think some people consider this the best, even more than the first one. So we'll have to see if I agree with that upon a repeat viewing. So, again, this is another one that's, I remember being very solid. Oh, what's the reversible sleeve like? Would I reverse this? I don't know. That's a really good artwork on the front. Again, this is the older artwork here. Yeah, I'm not changing it. This is just fantastic artwork. Okay, that's the second film. I look forward to rewatching these and reviewing them. Now we have the third one. Beast Stable. Man, that looks even trippier, the cover art. Now, what did I think of this one? I have to use some notes here. So, Meiko Kaji returns as a convict who butts heads with the local Yakuza and an obsessive cop. Now, I do remember this one had maybe some slight pacing issues compared to some of the others, but I remember the opening credits and the finale are really impressive in this in particular. Maybe the middle section is a little soft. But again, we'll have to see. A lot of times I I enjoy movies more after a repeat viewing. I like the green color of this, of the inside here. So let's see, this one, yeah, that's the original cover art. That's pretty cool, but I think I'm going to leave the wild one, the psychedelic one. I will not be reversing this. And you already went through all the special features on these. It's almost good to go into these a little blind. You know, it's good to have, like, a good idea of what they're like, which is why you should, you could watch my review of the first film. But after that, you could probably go in blind, because they're all a little bit different from one another, and from what I remember. And then we have the final one, Grudge Song. That's pretty cool. You have the rose there, and you have her walking away. Is that a dude whose head is slammed into a steering wheel? Yeah. His head is slammed into a steering wheel, and there's a rose on his head, and she's walking away triumphantly. So this one, she befriends a man with a troubled past and continues to flee from pursuing authorities. So the cops in this one are very corrupt, even more, I think, than the other ones. Or, I don't know, probably consistent. Very unlikable characters. I do remember maybe slight repetition in some of the beatings here of the protagonists, but there's some shootouts, some chases, and some fun otherworldly lighting near the end is what I remember. So, and again, the back, I kind of like the back too. You have like a pink and black text. So this one, ooh, I actually kind of like that. The artwork on the old version, too. That's pretty cool. It's probably my favorite artwork on the older posters or whatever. But I'll probably leave this one. I like the dude. This guy, he's not walking away. So these films are pretty solid. I do remember, I think, liking the first one the most. But like I said, I think a lot of people like Jailhouse 41 a lot. So I'm really looking forward to rewatching all of these. And, giving some of my thoughts. That'd be pretty cool. So again, this box set is pretty awesome. Oh, and these 3 box sets, I used gift certificates on. Amazon gift certificates, that I've accumulated over time, either by like credit card purchases or like bank stuff, bank rewards, points, crap like that. So I actually got all these. I only had to pay tax in the shipping, basically. So that was pretty cool. Some of these box sets are kind of expensive, but I don't think they're exorbitant. But just keep an eye out for that. So this is worth getting. And I really look forward to watching the special features on these. Again, a lot of these I bought late last year, early this year, and I'm just now getting to showcasing them on in this playlist. And like I always say, I'm always behind on looking at special features, so I got to kind of catch up. And we got another big one here. Lone Wolf and Cub. This is the Criterion set. Look at this. The artwork on these is just insane. Arrow and Criterion are just, man, it's just phenomenal. Now, before I forget, there's a hidden compartment. All right, so you go to the side here and you open it, the hidden compartment. And the only reason I know about this is because I read it. It was on one of Huss's live streams. I didn't even know this existed until I saw it on a Touch of Film live stream in the chat. Somebody's like, did you see the secret compartment? I'm like, what's this guy talking about? And you get a little map, or a little kind of how the baby cart is put together, and like how it separates and all the different components of the baby cart. So that's pretty cool. So don't forget that if you order this. There's a little hidden compartment there for you. You just slide it back in. Now this is a 6-film series. Alright, so, Scorpion was 4, Lone Wolf and Cub is 6. Now I mentioned this series in my Japanese film recommendation video from the 1970s. Okay, I mentioned the first one, but I've yet to actually review any of them, which is kind of crazy. So what I'm going to do is, since I haven't reviewed any of them in a separate video, I might do like a franchise review of this. Kind of like what I did with the In the Line of Duty franchise. I just did like a franchise review of like 10 films. Maybe I'll just do a franchise review of this, of like all 6 films, and I'll rewatch all of them. I rewatched the first one again, and that holds up. But then the other ones I gotta rewatch, and then I'll just do a review of them in one video. So this set has all 6 films. Remember, these are Blu-ray sets, all of them. So this is based on the best-selling manga series, which I should look into, because this is like an old-school manga series, because these films were made, again, in the 70s. So I would be interested in reading those. The 6 intensely kinetic Lone Wolf and Cub films elevated Chambara to bloody new heights. The Shogun's executioner, Ito Ogami, played by Tomisaburo Wakayama, takes to wandering the countryside as an assassin, along with his infant son, Daigoro, and a seemingly infinitely weaponized perambulator. It's basically a baby cartridge. Helping those he encounters while seeking vengeance for his murdered wife. I need to look this up. I'm sorry. I've never even heard of this word before. Come on. Perambulator? What is a perambulator? A baby carriage. Why don't you just say baby carriage? For goodness sakes. I don't have children. I don't know what a perambulator is. Anyways. So yes, delivering stylish thrills and a body count that defies belief, Lone Wolf and Cub is beloved for its brilliantly choreographed action sequences as well as its tender depiction of the bonds between a parent and child. So what are the special features here? High definition presentation of Shogun Assassin, a 1980 English dubbed re-edit of the first 2 Lone Wolf and Cub films. I've seen that before. I'd rather just watch the first 2 Japanese versions. Like, somebody took Lone Wolf and Cub 1 and 2, slammed them together, cut out half of, like, the footage and re-edited it into one movie and then dubbed it in English. I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch it just to make sure I don't really have a need for it anymore. It's like watching the Americanized version of Godzilla, 1954. Like, why would you watch the American version of that? Just watch Gojira, right? Or Godzilla 1985. Just watch Godzilla 1984. Like, I don't know. I don't really understand it, but it's included if you like it. New interview with Kazuo Koike, writer of the Lone Wolf and Cub manga series and screenwriter on 5 of the films. There's a French thing here I'm not going to bother to say. French title. A 2005 documentary about the making of the series. New interview in which Sensei Yoshimitsu Katsuse discusses and demonstrates the real Suoi Ryu sword techniques that inspired the ones depicted in the manga and films. New interview with biographer Kazuma Nozawa about Kenji Mizumi, the director of 4 of the 6 films. A silent documentary from 1937 about the making of samurai swords with an optional new ambient score by Ryan Francis. Now I'm looking forward to that special feature. That's crazy. Trailers, new English subtitled translations, and a booklet featuring an essay and film synopses by Japanese pop culture critic Patrick Macias. So yeah, this is a pretty loaded box set as well. So let's look inside. Now in this set, it's a little tight there. There we go. All right. So let's look at the booklet first. So we get this booklet. A lot of blood. See the black and white with the blood splash? Kind of reminds you of Sin City. So what is in this book? You get Lone Wolf and Cub with our boy. Table of contents. Samurai and Son, The Lone Wolf and Cub Saga by Patrick Macias. And then you have the films with notes by Patrick Macias. So it looks like there's a nice write-up okay, of all the films. You get some pictures inside, some of which are colored. All right. And then you get the films themselves, which I assume might have credits. No, he goes through each one individually. And you do have credits on the bottom, you know, and he goes through and he talks about each film individually. That's nice. That's a good write-up. So this is about a 30-page booklet. Pretty sweet. I like that. And we get the... Yeah. All right. Now with these films here, now inside you got 3 Blu-rays. Looks like. With each, each one has 2 films on it, which is cool. Not much to see on the inside. So, what I would say is, for these films, just watch them in order. You know what I mean? The first one, I have, I'll do that franchise review of all these, but, you get this former Shogun executioner who goes on the run with his kid, and he just kills a lot of people. And some of the stories are quite good, too. The first film, I think, has the best story of all of them, which is probably why I like it the most. But, Tomisaburo Wakayama is just wholly convincing in these movies. The dude is awesome. And, if you're not impressed with the first film, again, I don't know what to tell you. It's just fantastic. And then after that, the other installments, I enjoyed all of them, okay, to varying degrees, though. To varying degrees. And it'll be interesting to see if my opinions on each of them change with a repeat viewing. And that'll probably happen, because it always happens with me. So, like the second film, Baby Cart at the River Styx, okay, I thought that one was a little bit of a step down. But the first movie's so awesome, it's not that big of a deal. It's a step down in terms of dramaticism, but you still get lots of action. So, I mean, if you're a fan of, like, samurai-era action flicks, you'll probably be satisfied with most of these. And, the third one, Baby Cart to Hades, probably my least favorite installment of the bunch. The sword fights are entertaining, but I felt like it was maybe the slowest or maybe the least interesting out of all of them. But again, we'll see what happens when I rewatch them. Baby Cart and Peril was like a step up, I believe. The Ogami, the main character, basically sides with a lot of the characters at one point and then ends up fighting them later, which is a pretty cool little story dynamic. And, this is the one, Baby Cart and Peril is the one where the little kid is in a hot spring, and it's like one of the best scenes of the whole franchise. You'll know what scene I'm talking about. Part 5, Baby Cart in the Land of Demons. I like the film's deep appreciation of honor with all the characters, and it's a pretty solid flick. And then the 6th one, White Heaven and Hell. It emphasizes action even more, and there's some winter aesthetic that I really liked as well. Now, I think the 6th film, from what I remember, leaves some open ends in terms of the story, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if they were planning on doing another one and they didn't. But I don't think it wraps everything up per se, from what I remember. But again, I'm really looking forward to watching these. Again, this is money. And again, I have to watch all of the special features as well. And then finally, all right, considered maybe a basic trilogy of Japanese horror, the One Missed Call trilogy from Arrow. Again, Blu-ray. This is a Blu-ray set. I actually reviewed all of these films in my Asian horror playlist already. Mini reviews. So I probably will not do separate reviews of these. Because I already reviewed them in my Asian horror playlist. I like the green. And the cover has kind of a different feel to it. You know what I mean? It has like a texture that's quite nice. It's almost a little. You can maybe do a little ASMR with this. No, forget it. So, again, these are pretty much. These aren't as highly acclaimed as like Ring or some of those other films, right? But it's a pretty fun little trilogy. I think that, I need to rewatch all of them again, believe it or not. because the last time I rewatched them was when I reviewed them in my playlist, which was at least like 3 years ago now, right? But you get all 3 films, One Missed Call, One Missed Call 2, One Missed Call Final. And here are your special features. Oh, we got audio commentary, so I don't have to watch these movies multiple times. New audio commentary on One Missed Call by Miike biographer Tom Mess. Of course, Mess is in this. The Making of One Missed Call, an hour-long archival documentary on the film's production. I don't think I've seen that before, even though it's archival. You know, archival means it exists already, right? Archival interviews on One Missed Call with actors Koshi Bizaki, Shinichi Tsutsumi, and Kazue Fukishi, and director Takashi Miike. And, you know, I know some people say that Miike made One Missed Call to lampoon and satirize the Japanese horror scene, but I've never actually seen him mention it, ever, in an interview. So I don't believe that. But maybe it'll be on here, and I'll have to admit that it was a satire. Archival interview on One Missed Call with director Takashi Miike. Archival footage from the One Missed Call premiere. That'll be cool. The Live or Die TV special. A Day with the Mizunuma family from the, One Missed Call alternate ending. Have I seen the alternate ending? I must have, but I just forgot it. The Making of One Missed Call 2, a half-hour archival documentary in the film's production. That would be interesting. Gomu, a short film by One Missed Call 2 director Renpei Tsukamoto. I never saw that. One Missed Call 2 deleted scenes. One Missed Call 2 music video. The Making of One Missed Call Final, an hour-long archival documentary. So I have 2 hours of documentaries to watch as well. This is crazy. Maki and Mesa, an archival behind-the-scenes featurette on One Missed Call Final with actresses Maki Horikita and Mesa Kuroki. Mesa Kuroki. Wow. Behind the scenes with Kun Suk Jang, an archival featurette with One Missed Call Final's South Korean star. I think he was in some good K-dramas, if I remember correctly. The Love Story, a short film tie-in for One Missed Call Final. Candid Mimiko, an archival location tour with the series' iconic villain. Really? Theatrical trailers and TV spots in a reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Matt Griffin. So again, I mean, these box sets have so many special features. How am I supposed to watch all of this? Like, I have to watch the movies, I have to watch the new commentary by Mess in the first film, then I have to watch all the documentaries. It's like 10 hours of just video footage, and that's not even counting like all this other stuff. It's almost a burden. It's almost a burden. So again, these films, the first film I remember being the best of the 3. Okay, and then you have the discs inside. I like the green. I really like the green aesthetic they got going on here. All right. And let's see here. They got how many discs? Just 2 discs, which is fine with Blu-ray. They can hold a lot of data. You know, the first one I remember being the best. The ending is a little bit ambiguous, I thought. It's Miike. The first one was directed by Miike. So, you know, he does his thing. He does his thing. The second film, and that's what I like about the series, that each film is different. The second film is almost like a continuation, like a direct continuation of the story of the first one, but it's a brain teaser. Like, it's really complex and kind of, you're gonna have to watch it multiple times to understand like what the heck's going on. It's complicated in that way, but it's good because it'll make you think about what's going on and how to track like what the heck. And then the third one is almost like it doesn't feel like a direct continuation. It almost feels like a spin-off where they kind of change the rules of the curse a little bit, and it's more of like a human-based conflict, which I won't tell you what that is exactly, just as you haven't seen the film, if you haven't seen the films yet. But yeah, I like all 3 of these. I don't think any of the 3 are great movies, though. You know, the first one's solid entertainment, and the next 2 are entertaining, but none of them are like particularly fantastic in my opinion. So the contents, you got cast and crew, Haunting by Proxy, Misdirected Messages in the One Missed Call Trilogy by Anton Bittel, and then about the transfer. So you have about 17 pages of write-up, and you have a bunch of pictures in here as well. I remember watching One Missed Call, and Koshi Bazaki showed up. I'm like, oh, the girl from Battle Royal. You know? Aw, look at the little kid. With her little, what is it, teddy bear? Aw. She's evil. So stay away from her. Alright, so. And there you go. These are the sets. And again, it's pretty impressive stuff. Another good haul. Well, this was multiple hauls using gift cards. So I didn't really pay a whole lot for these. That was kind of, I would say when I bought them, maybe the Lone Wolf and Cub and the Convict Scorpion was like $70 a piece in terms of value. And this one was cheaper because it's only 3 films. I don't remember how much exactly. But they're all worth picking up. You know what I mean? And I look forward to rewatching all of these. Even these as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe we'll do a triple feature one night with these. So there you go. You know, and I'll review, you know, all of the Female Prisoner and Lone Wolf and Cub films in the future. I just got to rewatch them all. And, yeah, my next collection video will be, I think I'm going to try to cover those Mike Yokohama films a little bit, and then some other, you know, various pickups I've done. And that might be a little ways from now, a few weeks from now. I'm still not caught up. So if you have any of these, let me know what you think if you have any of these. You know, if you've seen any of the special features, are they as good as they seem? And let me know your thoughts. And as always, I'll see you next time.